Good afternoon. I'm Camille Chavon, and I am here at the West Tennessee Examiner with Miss Goldie Ross, the mother of Kirby Ross, who was just recently engaged in an incident with the Jackson Police Department. Kirby has received a lot of derogatory media coverage, and Ms. Ross has reached out to the West Tennessee Examiner to see if we can't clarify some of the issues that occurred. How are you today, Ms. Ross?
I'm good.
As a mother, I just want to say my heart certainly reaches out to you regarding what happened to your son. I too have an 18-year-old son, so I certainly commend you for standing behind him and supporting him during these past few weeks, which I have imagined has been pretty, rough for you.
Right.
Let's reflect back to the evening of November 18th, that Thursday evening. What actually occurred on that evening?
Actually, it was a Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay. Wednesday.
On a Wednesday night, late around, I guess around 8-ish, I received a phone call from a friend. He had tried to call me, but he was able to get his friend, and she three-wayed me in, saying that Kirby was in jail.
Okay.
Kirby did not elaborate on a lot. He said he was in pain.
Okay.
And that's all I knew on that night.
All right.
That Thursday morning is when I found out about everything.
Okay.
Due to media and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're saying that that Wednesday night you didn't receive any type of information, no one would give you any type of information at all regarding the circumstances surrounding the arrest?
No.
Okay.
He was even sent, taken to the hospital and everything, and I did not receive any type of notification.
So when you spoke with Kirby, you said he didn't elaborate on anything, but obviously he did tell you that he was in some type of pain. He didn't discuss what actually happened.
Right. He said, "I'm in a lot of pain, Mom, and I'm innocent." That's what he said.
All right. Now that Thursday morning, you say you woke up and you saw headlines on the Jackson Sun regarding...
And on WBBJ.
And on WBBJ. Okay, so Goldie, on Friday morning, or was it Thursday morning?
It was actually Thursday morning.
Thursday morning. You said that you received your information from the newspaper headlines in WBBJ, is that correct?
That's correct.
At this point, you still hadn't received an opportunity to speak with your son?
Right. I didn't know that he had to be in court on that morning. I want to say 8:30, 9:30. I'm not really exact.
So you weren't there for his...
I was there.
And you found this information out from the newspaper?
Right.
Is that correct? Okay, so Ms. Goldie, what you're saying is that on the morning, that Thursday morning, you still hadn't had an opportunity to speak with your son.
Yeah.
And the only information that you received regarding the incident was from the news media,
right.
correct?
And of course, several phone calls.
Okay. But you still haven't had an opportunity to speak with your son,
right.
Is that correct? Tell us some of the things that you were hearing on the news, and what did you actually read in the newspaper? That
he was coming from the Sherwood Apartments, and that he put out a gun on some police officers. They allegedly was looking for someone, but he was not the suspect. And that he fought the police officers, aggravated,
So what were his charges?
His charge was aggravated assault, I want to say, possession of a firearm.
Okay.
Things like that.
So there was a court hearing that Thursday morning.
There was.
And you were present. What was the condition of your son at the time? You had expressed earlier that he stated that he was in pain, etc. So what was his condition when you initially, did see your son?
He was beaten real bad. If you recall the Passion of Christ, when Jesus' eye was half closed with the blood, that's how Kirby looked on that day.
Okay, now as a mother, I know that just devastated you.
Absolutely.
Express to us and the audience, how did you feel once you saw your son in this state?
I was in a state of shock, mourning, anger, disbelief, disgust. I'm still not sure of what really had happened. And when you hear about something like that happening, your first thing is like, Kirby did what?
Right.
Kirby?
So up until this point, you still hadn't had an opportunity to speak with Kirby to see what was being said. So in this particular court hearing, just tell us a little bit about did he have an opportunity to speak at the court hearing, or
They brought him out, of course in handcuffs, and they read his charges to him. I don't recall Kirby responding. I'm not really sure that right now. But then they gave him his bond, which was
Go ahead.
$75,000.
$75,000. So $75,000, if I'm correct, you have to come up with 10% of that,
Right.
which is $7,500.
Right.
So when they set his bond at $75,000, what was your reaction? I mean, I don't know if you just have that kind of money on hand, but what actually came to your mind when you found out that you were going to have to come up with this amount of money to get your son out of jail?
I grabbed my chest, and later on that evening, I did talk with him on the phone, and he did say, "Mom, it didn't go down like that." Now, that's when that mommy mode come in. The mom mode was already in, but when it really came in,
Right.
and I didn't second guess anything, and I immediately began to start